Hi Schnookums, it's Robin here with your daily spirit message reading for Thursday, February 28th, and we're almost at the end of the month already, which is like hallelujah, because January and February are two of the longest months of the year, and it's probably because they're the coldest months. But anyway, guys, I'm pulling a card from the Shaman's Dream Oracle card deck. And this says Root Girl, the disowned self. And this is a really compelling image. Let me know if you can see it okay. Orange is one of the colors that I have the hardest time differentiating shades. So for me, it looks like a very compelling blob. But I'm trying to like really flip to the page without making a mess of everything. So the disowned self, hidden beauty, and the need for acceptance and love. Okay. Root Girl sits shivering. I just have to tell you guys that when Patrick was a baby, I used to call him Root Bear. So anyway, and then I had tons of little songs to go along with that for him. Anyway, she sits shivering, unclean and naked at the base of the tree of the self. Like, I'm getting just a really strong, and I'm not sure what the rest of the card is going to say because I don't read them ahead. Unhealed childhood trauma. She is unloved, unwanted, and shunned for her deformities. She has no home, but is safe burrowing underground to dwell near the deepest roots of this sacred tree. Who is she to you? Could this urchin be the part of you that reintegrated can lead you to your wholeness and true purpose? This is part of you, the embodiment of a deeply flawed perception of your failures, manifesting as guilt and shame. So I just want to throw this out there. Like, we wouldn't feel guilt or shame unless somebody taught us to feel that way. Okay, so like, I'm just going to share something personal. Like, as a very free-spirited child and very, very creative, like, I just wanted to write poetry and sing and dance, and my parents were not having it. Okay, they weren't having it. And it was something that I had to push down. They thought I was silly and they made fun of me and stuff like that. So I started to feel ashamed of how I felt. Okay, so I feel like everybody has something like that, and it might not necessarily be your parents. It could have been a bully in school or some other mean person. When you project envy onto others, or any emotion or instincts that you've learned to repress or deem unnatural, it's this homeless child self-crying for attention, acceptance, and love. Now, I read something the other day, and I find that things come across my social media feed because they are going to relate to a reading that I do at a later date. So, you know how we talk about high vibrations and low vibrations? So worrying about how you feel in any given moment that is not high vibrational is actually low vibrational. So when you are feeling envy, guilt, shame, it's okay, you know, that you're here to express yourself. The low vibration comes in when you start to berate yourself for feeling a naturally occurring and flowing human emotion. Okay, so you want to lash out, ignore it, push it aside, all the while refusing to acknowledge this ugly quality as belonging to you. So that deals with, as I was saying before, unhealed childhood trauma and the shadow self. So the more that you push that down, the more that it's going to come out in other ways. Okay, so, but if you could only look into the Root Girl's eyes and see the beauty and the unmet need, your unmet need, you would realize that this part of you asks for your compassion and understanding. This part of you was born when you were wounded and we're conditioned to believe that you are not whole, not good enough, right? Like somebody telling you whatever, insert your personal trauma here. So you may have even inherited this creature from your ancestors. That's a lot to unpack. So however it was this child's self came to be curled up at the roots of your sacred tree self, it's time to welcome her into your heart. When you do, everything you've been searching for becomes illuminated. When you come to love Root Girl and claim her as your own, accepting her and your humanity, right? We're humans. We're not gods, we're not almighty benevolent creatures. We have to have the capacity to forgive ourselves for maybe stupid crap that we did, and forgive other people for making us feel crap about things that we wanted to do that weren't hurting anybody. Okay, all manner of magic begins to arrive in abundant form, and look for the beauty within you that you've been hiding because you've been taught to. All right, so I think I could just give a whole TED talk on this card, but I'm not going to. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope that this can trigger some sort of inner healing for you, and forgiveness, and maybe connecting with your ancestors a little bit. I said I was going to stop talking and I didn't, and that's so me. Anyway, guys, I just want to send you lots of love and light. And yeah, okay, well, now I can't reach the off button. So I'm going to go, honestly. So bye.